The streets of Memphis, Tennessee, have long been a crucible for American music, where the raw pulse of blues, soul, and rock and roll came together to shape a sound that changed the world. In the heart of this vibrant city, a young Bobby Whitlock found his calling, his fingers dancing across piano keys and his voice channeling the fire of his preacher father's sermons. As a cornerstone of Derek and the Dominos, Whitlock helped create Layla and Other Assorted Love Songs, an album that remains a monument to passion and heartbreak. His journey, from sneaking into Stax Records as a teenager to collaborating with legends like Eric Clapton, George Harrison, and the Rolling Stones, was one of grit, talent, and unyielding love for music. On August 10, 2025, at the age of 77, Bobby Whitlock's voice fell silent, but his legacy resonates in every chord he struck. Today, we're diving deep into the soulful life of Bobby Whitlock, his cause of death, his age, his family, his net worth, his lifestyle, and the biography of a man who lived for the music. So, settle in, and let's honor a true rock and roll legend whose spirit still echoes through the ages. Robert Stanley Whitlock was born on March 18, 1948, in Memphis, Tennessee, a city where music was as essential as the air you breathed. Raised in the working-class neighborhood of Fraser, Bobby was the son of James Whitlock, a Baptist preacher whose fiery oratory left a lasting imprint on Bobby's emotive vocal style, and Ruby Whitlock, a nurturing presence who encouraged his early musical dreams. Growing up in a modest home, Bobby was steeped in gospel music from his father's church, where he first sat at a piano, his small hands finding melodies that would one day captivate the world. As he recalled in a 2011 Mojo interview, he'd sneak into Stax Records as a teenager, watching Booker T. Jones play the Hammond organ, absorbing every note like a sponge. By 16, Bobby was a prodigy, contributing handclaps to Sam and Dave's 1967 hit I Thank You, becoming Stax's first white artist. Between 1965 and 1968, he played organ with local soul band The Shortcuts and formed The Counts, gigging in Memphis clubs like the Thunderbird Lounge. His talent caught the attention of Delaney and Bonnie Bramlett, who saw him perform in 1968 and invited him to join their soul review band in Los Angeles. At 20, Bobby left Memphis, carrying his southern roots and a hunger for music that would propel him into rock history. Bobby's career was a whirlwind of creativity and collaboration. With Delaney and Bonnie and Friends, he played keyboards and sang on 1969's Home and Accept No Substitute, alongside future stars like Eric Clapton, Carl Rattle, and Jim Gordon. Clapton, struck by Bobby's energy, wrote in his autobiography, "Bobby was the most energetic sideman I had ever seen, a testament to his electrifying presence." In 1969, Bobby joined Clapton for a European tour, financed by the guitarist, and performed at John Lennon's Peace for Christmas concert in London, sharing the stage with rock royalty. His work with Delaney and Bonnie led to sessions for George Harrison's 1970 triple album All Things Must Pass, where he played Hammond organ, piano, and tubular bells on tracks like My Sweet Lord. Harrison biographer Simon Line called him a core keyboard player, noting his soulful contributions. These sessions birthed Derek and the Dominos in 1970, with Bobby, Clapton, Rattle, and Gordon creating Layla and Other Assorted Love Songs. Bobby co-wrote 7 of its 14 tracks, including Tell the Truth, Bell Bottom Blues, I Looked Away, and Why Does Love Got to Be So Sad? His Sam and Dave-inspired vocal duets with Clapton and his fiery keyboard work captured the album's raw emotion, fueled by Clapton's love for Pattie Boyd and Bobby's romance with her sister Paula. Despite its genius, Layla flopped commercially at first, and the band's drug use and tensions led to their breakup in May 1971, a heartbreak Bobby later described as losing a family. Undeterred, Bobby launched a solo career, recording Bobby Whitlock and Raw Velvet in 1972 at London's Olympic Studios, with contributions from Clapton, Harrison, and the Dominos. He played uncredited on the Rolling Stones' Exile on Main Street, 1972. Adding piano to tracks like Loving Cup, and contributed to Dr. John's The Sun, Moon and Herbs, 1971. His 1970s solo albums, like Rock Your Socks Off, 1976, blended blues, rock, and soul, with his reimagined Why Does Love Got to Be So Sad showcasing his vocal prowess. After a quieter 1980s, spent raising his children on a Mississippi farm, Bobby returned with It's About Time, 1999, a soulful comeback. In 2001, he married CoCo Carmel, a singer and saxophonist, and their partnership produced albums like Other Assorted Love Songs, Life from Whitney Chapel, 2003, an acoustic reworking of Dominos classics, and Lovers, 2008, featuring Willie Nelson. Based in Austin, Texas, since 2006, Bobby performed with CoCo, Eric Johnson, and others, earning a 2024 Beale Street Walk of Fame induction for his Memphis roots. His songs were covered by Sheryl Crow, Ray Charles, and Derek Trucks, and his influence echoed in the Black Crowes sound, as noted by fans on Talkbase. On August 10, 2025, Bobby Whitlock passed away at 77 in his Austin home, surrounded by family, after a brief illness, as confirmed by his manager Carol Kay to ABC Audio. A 2021 My Vinyl Countdown post revealed Bobby was living with Lewy body dementia, a progressive neurological disorder causing memory loss, tremors, and hallucinations, per the Mayo Clinic. This condition likely contributed to his passing, though the family's statements cited a brief illness without specifics, respecting Bobby's privacy. Tributes poured in, with Billboard calling him a soulful genius and posts on X hailing his work on Layla and All Things Must Pass. Eric Clapton shared a heartfelt message, calling Bobby "my brother in music and soul." His death, alongside recent losses like Mott the Hoople's Mick Ralphs, marked a somber moment for classic rock. Bobby's resilience shone through his final years, performing his latest 2024 despite his illness, a testament to his unbreakable spirit. Bobby's family was his anchor. He married CoCo Carmel in 2001, and their musical and personal bond was profound, producing albums and tours that kept them inseparable. From earlier relationships, he had 3 children: Ashley Brown, Bo Whitlock, and Tim Whitlock Kelly, who remained private but were part of his legacy. His sister, Debbie Wade, survived him, and his 2010 autobiography, Bobby Whitlock, a rock and roll autobiography, detailed his love for his preacher father and his Memphis upbringing. Bobby and CoCo's Austin home was a hub for musicians, hosting jam sessions with friends like Stephen Bruton. Tributes from Ashley on social media highlighted Bobby's warmth, recalling late-night talks about music and life. His children and CoCo were by his side in his final moments, a comfort he cherished. Bobby's net worth was estimated at $10 million at his death, per Celebrity Net Worth. His wealth came from royalties from Layla and All Things Must Pass, solo albums, and session work with Clapton, Harrison, and the Rolling Stones. Touring with Delaney and Bonnie, Derek and the Dominos, and later with CoCo, plus songwriting credits for artists like Tom Jones and George Jones, bolstered his earnings. He owned a Nashville home and a Texas ranch, reflecting a comfortable lifestyle. Bobby indulged in luxuries like a Ferrari and Rolls-Royce, as noted in his autobiography, but was generous, supporting charities like the American Cancer Society, per Moon Children Films. His financial success was a testament to his enduring influence, though he valued music and family above wealth. Bobby's lifestyle was a blend of Southern grit and rock and roll passion. In the 1970s, he lived a whirlwind of tours and recording sessions, from London's Olympic Studios to Miami's Criteria Studios, embracing the era's excesses. "We scored an enormous amount of drugs, but on our worst night, we were the best band on the planet," he told Classic Rock in 2006. After marrying CoCo, he settled into a quieter life in Austin, performing at venues like La Zona Rosa and Antone's. He loved touring in a van with CoCo, sharing stages with friends like Eric Johnson. In the 1980s, he raised his children on a Mississippi farm, a grounding experience that balanced his rockstar past. His Baptist faith, rooted in his father's teachings, infused songs like A Day Without Jesus and guided him through challenges, including his dementia diagnosis. Despite health struggles, Bobby's 2024 performances showed a man whose passion for music never faded, his voice and keys still carrying the fire of his youth. Bobby Whitlock's legacy is a cornerstone of rock and soul. His work on Layla and All Things Must Pass defined an era, blending raw emotion with virtuosity.